Welcome to my 5-part video series on how to study more efficiently. What inspired me to make this is essentially just like my love for having a good work ethic and just like getting your grades up like I did. Personally, I haven't got the very best grades past few years, but then I have drastically improved my grades with the tips I'm going to provide for all of you in these 5 episodes, in this 5-episode series. So this series is essentially going to be, divided up into 5 parts, each part representing like a tip or just a general aspect of just studying. I'm going to break it down every episode for around 10 minutes, so hopefully you can all get that information in your head and apply it for your studying life. And yeah, so the 5 episodes will be: number 1, manage your time; number 2, organize; episode 3, review consistently; episode 4, understand, don't copy; and episode 5, finally, eliminate distraction. So right now we are on episode 1, which is managing your time. As you're going through your day, you might have some trouble with finding time to start studying. A good tip is to plan your day in advance and set a specific time range where you can study. Make sure you put breaks in between, as to not wear you out. When you're managing your time, you have to make sure you're smart with it, and you need to make sure you have your priorities straight as well. So a way you can plan ahead is just make a schedule. I'm going to talk about that in a sec, but for example, if you have an upcoming exam in a week, you need to set a specific time and dates to study so you don't get distracted. Not doing this can lead to many things, like being lazy and procrastinating. You need to set a specific time and some boundaries for yourself so you can eliminate these problems. And when the time comes, say you set your studying to 4 o'clock, you can then force yourself to do it. If you have the willpower, of course, to study. You need to also make sure that your distractions are eliminated, which I will get to in the next few episodes. But yeah, that's a very, very important part of just time management and how you organize your time. Just like how you organize your notes, you need to organize your time as well. Time is like, you need to make sure everything is under your control to make your studying experience even better. So say you have a test upcoming in a week. Set, for example, every day at 5 o'clock, you set 1 hour to study and just completely just like soak in that knowledge from your notes or a textbook or from research or anything. It's okay to make mistakes as well, but as long as you get the main idea in and make sure by the end of the session you can actually get all the knowledge in your head, then that works too. While you're making notes, it's very important that you organize your notes as well. All this organizing stuff can sound really cringeworthy and cheesy and cliche, but if you have just a bunch of random notes all over the place, then it can be really hard. But organizing I'll get to in the next episode. So right here is just an example of a weekday schedule. We have all of these little blocks throughout the day. So it's all in chronological order from top to bottom, and you can see the title says weekday schedule. So in the morning, it's a small sliver of time, I guess. Wake up plus your morning routine, have your breakfast, take a shower, stuff like that. You can go to school. By go to school, I mean it can be either online or like do your learning there. Another thing that can make studying really easy during school, this is an extra tip that I actually didn't write down, is just pay attention. Like, don't be on your phone. Like, if you're confused or something, make sure ask questions always to help you improve your notes and get a better understanding of the topic at hand. So just pay attention to what your teacher's saying, and then just know that you'll have your free time later, but right now you need to focus. So after school, I guess it's studying. So you can set it to maybe take a 1 hour break after you get to school and go to studying, or you can just study right away after school. I would prefer if you study right after school, just to like while you're in the studying mood, so you don't get too lazy. And you can see, as you can see in the red block, it says free time / extracurricular. So one motivation for you is that you can, for studying, is that you can study and then have your free time later. For a lot of people, the studying and free time block are interchangeable. So some people, they like to get off school and then hop on their Xbox, or maybe go play sports, and then study after. Personally, I see a lot of flaws with this. For example, you wouldn't have anything to look forward to, and it could lead to you procrastinating your studying. So if you're having too much fun with your free time, you can just push your studying to later, which obviously isn't a very good thing to do. So I prefer if you study first, because at the end you have the motivation to finish studying and just get everything into your head, because you'll know that you'll have the fun time later. So yeah, so we have the free time / extracurricular. Reward yourself as like just motivation, like while you're studying, like while you're looking over your notes, just the general motivation to really do well. So you can do all that stuff, give the free time, give yourself a break, and then have a sleep / night routine. The sleep routine is really important, actually. Like, you need to make sure you don't sleep in, so you're ready to study in the morning. But you don't have to study in the morning. Obviously, like, these blocks can be changed up, obviously, like where you place your studying, where you place your free time. But make sure that the studying and free time are like not interchangeable, so that you can't confuse them both with each other. So I just talked about making a schedule. Now let's talk about setting your priorities. So say you have a dentist appointment during the time you're supposed to study. I forgot to mention that your studying schedule needs to be very strict. So you can't just loosely go around and just give yourself a break every 5 minutes. You have to be strict. You have to force yourself. So this requires a certain willpower to do, and a certain just self-control in general, if you want to study well. So setting your priorities. So if you have a dentist appointment, or you have anything else, like some sort of appointment or an urgency, obviously that would come first before studying. But say you have a video game, if you're planning to play with your friends, just say, no, I have to study, I'll play with you right after, I promise. This would work really well, just setting your priorities straight. Some people, they don't know how to set their priorities, like how I used to do. Personally, I used to not know how to set my priorities at all. I would essentially just go out and play, and then probably just procrastinate with the studying. So setting priorities is really important in terms of just being strict with yourself and just being organized in general. Like I said, organizing your time is really important, and just managing your time in general, so you're not overwhelmed with all the studying you have to do. If you just set a separate block, like the block in the schedule that was shown, if you just set something like that, or maybe similar, you'll probably, all this organizing and managing time information will come through a lot simpler for you, since it's a visual. So in terms of setting priorities, I think studying would be more, like, a lot better than like studying first, as you can see in the schedule I showed, the custom made visual I showed you. I always put studying first, because then you can reward yourself later. Like, the sense of just like reward, like us as humans, we always desire a reward for like this hard work we do. Like, it can be anything. It can just be like free time. You can give yourself a chocolate. Just keep it in front of you to get that motivation while you're studying, just to get everything done. Make sure your time is managed well. So I think that's about it for most of this video. If you need any more tips, let me know. The next few episodes should be interesting as well. And yeah, thank you for watching.